Hey, I'm Bruce Cook, and I'm going to go over some things going on with my plants, both my indoor plants that are here, and I'm going to go outside. I have so far already transplanted, removed a total of 19 plants off this platform, transplanted them into 1 gallon containers, and I have them outside. The outdoor plants are going to be what I'm mainly featuring in this. So I no longer have the bottom platform running. That was for when the plants were smaller seedlings or whatever, just lower powered lights, and then they would move up here once they got big enough. There are just a few here in the corner that was kind of lagging behind. I have thrown out like 5 plants that were still like the size of seedlings that you would expect while they're still in the propagation unit. So I just dumped them. I got enough plants. I'm not worried about spending extra 2-3 months trying to pamper seedlings that don't want to grow. But anyways, this is what I have left in here. As many as you see right there. There's almost 20 that have been removed from this platform. You'll probably see some gaps in there. But also, I finally got new bulbs for my grow light, this 4-foot grow light. There was only one bulb that wasn't working, but in order for all of the lights to work, like on the far side, the left side over there, you'd have to have both of those bulbs working, because if one is out, then both of them, the two on the left side wouldn't work, and it would be the same if one of the lights on this near side didn't work. So I replaced that bulb, and sure enough, all 4 lights lit up. So got that working. I wish I'd have been able to afford to get that those lights earlier, but it's okay. Late's better than never. I got these things grown in time to have a decent harvest before the end of the year, anyways. But that's what I got in here, going on in here. I have been trying to, I had to deal with battling aphids, but the neem oil's been taken care of. It's just the aphids do seem to come back pretty quick. So every time I maintenance these plants, I literally have to go through these plants one by one, and I inspect every last one of these leaves, and I brush the aphids off with my fingers, and then I go over everything with neem oil afterwards. And that seems to have been preventing the aphids from chewing off my leaves like I had problems with last year. So I have to do a little more meticulous work, going through each and every leaf on all these plants. But, in the end, it'll be worth it, because I don't want to repeat the disappointment I went through last year. But then we're going to go outside. So this is my bedroom. Here we got mother cat with, she's got 3 kittens. Well, here's the other 2. Looks like I got junk I have to move out of the way. Be careful nothing gets plopped on the kittens. Hey, watch out, kitten. Come on. All the kittens hissing at me. Here, you gotta move, baby. Yeah, she gave birth to those outside, and we didn't even know that she had them until, they look like they're close to a month old. But anyways, here's the 5 SuperHots and 5-gallon buckets. As you see, these have grown back a lot of leaves. Even more, they're more coated with covered in leaves now than the last video I did. I don't know, what was it, 1 or 2 weeks ago? But these got tons and tons of little baby flowers on them, but they haven't developed. I haven't found any that developed their white petals yet. So these things have recovered very well. And as you see, even that long branch, they had like next to nothing on it in my last video, and you see it's got all those leaves back. But they're like everywhere you look on here, you're gonna find little flowers hanging, up there. I don't know. Are you looking? If I can see here. So yeah, they're little baby flowers hanging from these things everywhere. I just got done feeding them this morning. I'm using my Miracle Grow Organics Performance plant food. So I've been feeding all my plants once a week. I've been checking on everything every morning, make sure the plants are all hydrated. And so we'll go out front and show you what I got going on out here. All my plants that I got transplanted from the bedroom. So I got a lot this dog. Say hi, Roxy. Hey. Hey. Yeah, she's a really good dog. So I got a couple spots that these plants go to when they first come out. So this spot, I probably featured this in my last video. This is where I put my plants when I first take them outside. Since we have this tree right here, it offers a lot of shade. It lets some sunlight come through. That'll give the plants a chance to harden, so they're not too overwhelmed by the sun. They just need to get used to the conditions out here. And also, I've been getting a lot of mulch from Home Depot, and I lightly coated the soil at the top of the containers under the plants, just enough mulch so when it rains I don't have to worry about the rain splashing the soil back up onto the leaves, because I found that even this organic Miracle-Gro stuff can cause little burn spots on the leaves if the leaves get soil on them. So I learned to do this last year, and it worked out pretty well. So this is these have been out here for 2 or 3 days. I let them sit out here for about a week before I move them in their final spot. And as I said before, I am keeping all of my plants in 1-gallon containers. I want the growth of these things, or the maturity, to be a lot quicker than, when I had them in larger containers, because then it takes longer before they get into those flowering stages and all that. This is the final spot for a lot of my plants that are going out here. These plants have been out here for about a week and a half. So it was like right after my last video, I ended up taking a lot of plants outdoors. But as you see, I laid mulch down in this entire area. That way it's less likely for junk to splash back up onto my plants if it rains. Less chance of diseases and stuff getting in there. So my roommate's doing his own thing over there. He's got lavender plants, so he let me have my own little section right here, since I don't trust to have my plants in the backyard because of the problems with the dogs the last couple years. Now Roxy, the one that's back there, I haven't known her to be the destructive one, when it comes to destroying everything. That was the other 2 dogs. We don't have them dogs anymore, but anyways, so I had 9 plants that are under the shaded area, and this is what was this, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this is 8 of them. So so that's a total, I guess I have 17 plants that are outside right now. I thought I guess I counted wrong, but these ones have been see this little area part of the day all the way up to about 2 o'clock. They are in the shade, and then the sun overhead will end up, you can see it through the tree, ends up coming over here in this big gap. So these plants will get direct sunlight for several hours later in the day. So I think that should be good for them. The only thing I'm worried about is when it does rain, the water that'll be coming down off the roof. I'm just hoping there ain't gonna be nothing bad in the water that's gonna screw my leaves up, because this is underneath that area. But let's cross our fingers. Hope I don't have to learn the hard way. So that's these plants. As you see, the growth of them are they've gotten quite a bit bigger since I transplanted them over a week ago. Put them out here, and you see I got mulch on the top of the soil on those ones. So there's my roommate's lavender plants, and here's my other plants that I saved from last year. You see, these are the ones I overwintered. The only 3 out of over a dozen that I attempted to overwinter that survived. And you see, these things are coming along really well. Like I said, I just fed everything this morning. These 3 plants in particular, I gave them the more original Miracle-Gro plant food, just because the NPK is higher in it. I, of course, cut the NPK level in half, only using half of that scooper, so it's more like, I don't know, 9, 9, and what did they say? It's 18, 18, and 21, so that'd be like 9, 9, and 11 and a half, something, or 10 and a half. So that way, there's the proper nutrients going into helping these things regrow. The organic stuff that I have, the MPK is lower. I think it's like 11.3 and something. I know the first one's higher, and then the other two, the P and K, is much lower. So I just thought it might be beneficial to put something with higher nutrients. But anyways, so this is my Prematali plant. I finally do have, you can see, oh, there's even more flowers than I spotted this morning. Flowers that actually have their petals developed. Well, there's a ton of them on here. I don't know if you can see that. Should be able to. I mean, this thing is just, it's already looking 100 times better than it did last season. And you can see the tips of those baby flowers are already developing into white flower petals. You see tons of them right there. I mean, this, I'm trying to get this thing enough plant food to actually keep up with, you know, producing, successfully producing all these turning all these flowers into peppers. There's more flowers with their petals. I mean, this thing is ransacked with flowers. It's amazing. So, like, even all throughout the center of it. I mean, that thing's just riddled. So that, and then let's see. Oh, there's one of the two plants that I got back from my boss. See, it's getting all its leaves back. That's that one, and this one right here. It's an orange habanero, and then the red, giant red Marconi. None of those have any flowers on them yet, but then we got this SuperHot plant. You see some flowers hanging down from that. I think I had spotted, oh yeah, there's tons of them. Tons of flowers. It's just, I don't see any white flower petals on them yet. Then there's this plant right here. You see this thing's riddled with flowers as well. Baby flowers. There's other flowers starting to develop their petals more through the middle of it. I know one of these other plants had flower petals. Oh, there it is. So that's just one, but we got so many more on the way. You can see them hanging down. And then, can't remember if, oh yeah, this thing was just starting to put out baby flowers. But, and then those also got mulch on the soil. So, but anyways, that's my update, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video.